LEGO Star Wars Republic Gunships are some of the most beloved sets among fans, so let's rank them from worst to first. Starting off in last with the Coruscant Guard Gunship, containing 1,083 pieces and 5 minifigs, this was a shock to many fans. Up to this date, LEGO has only released Republic Gunships, and this is the first time they ventured out to do something way more niche and specific than the typical LAAT that we've seen numerous times. Starting off with the minifigures here, it's a solid lineup, but not all is good. The clone troopers have helmet holes, which as we know many people dislike, and the Commander Fox torso is actually more of a pink color rather than the traditional white. The Palpatine minifig is perfection and I absolutely love it, and I think the Padme fig overall is solid. Moving on with the gunship, I like how they went on to a more specific version rather than the regular Republic gunship. I like how they switched it up. But with that, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. It is very cramped on the inside and it's very hard if you want to place your minifigs. It should have been a few studs larger than what they gave us. And on the wings, they changed it up. Instead of the ball turrets, they gave us stud shooters, which I don't like the aesthetic of that whatsoever. It shouldn't have been this way, and LEGO should have released the normal turrets that we've seen time and time again. Overall, is this a bad set? No, but when comparing it to other gunships, it's definitely the weakest of the bunch. Next, we go all the way back to 2002, and this is where things get really tough. This is the first ever LEGO Republic gunship to ever release, and man is this thing nostalgic. This set retailed for $90, included 8 minifigures, and contained 686 pieces, and if you want this set today, you are going to be spending over $1,200. And the most famous minifig in that lineup, what started it all, was Jedi Bob, who we now have in Jedi Bob Starfighter. The memes started all the way back in 2002, and those classic Phase 1 clone troopers, I love them. But the set itself, it does look very outdated, and that's to be expected. I mean, overall, you can tell it's obviously a gunship. It looks a little bulky, a little blockish, which for the time period, wouldn't bother many people at all, I feel, especially looking back on it modern day. This is the beginning of LEGO Star Wars, and seeing the evolution of sets throughout the years is just amazing to see. But when we compare it to every other gunship by looks, it doesn't compare with the rest of them that's on this list. I do like the features that were included like we see with every other gunship, and this is one that I hope to have in my collection one day. And while I hate putting this set so low in the list, there's so many great Republic gunships remaining. The next gunship is the animated Clone Wars one from 2008. This one originally retailed for $120, had 5 minifigs, and contained 1,034 pieces. And currently, if you want to get this set, you are going to be looking at spending around $700. This set is just so beautiful. I really love everything about it. I think the minifigures were great. You have Asajj Ventress, Kenobi, you have Plo Koon, you have Clone Commander Cody, and this just has nostalgia and my childhood written all over it. I know there's the whole talk about the Clone Wars minifigs with the faces being a little weird, but they were trying to make it accurate to how the Clone Wars animated show was, which I don't have a problem with. I think that was always a fun time in LEGO Star Wars. I know this is about Republic gunships, and I know a lot of people weren't too crazy about the look of the minifigs, but if you were looking at what LEGO was trying to do with trying to make it accurate to how the show was, I'm gonna let it slide. It was always a fun time for me being a LEGO Star Wars fan then. The detailing on this set is a big upgrade, I feel, over 2002. It looks a bit slimmed down, it's smoothed out a little bit, and I feel it really pops more than the 2002 one. That 6-year gap between gunships, LEGO really made some huge strides, as you would expect, and everything about this set just screams endless possibilities for LEGO Star Wars. Who doesn't like a little bit of controversy, as we have in second the UCS Republic Gunship, and this set, the first thing that comes to mind is controversy. Between the design team saying this was part of the original trilogy, the whole minifig controversy, and who can forget about the wrong logo being on the first batch of Republic Gunship boxes, you would think that it was the end of the world with how people were reacting to this, but at the same time, this is a set that was so hyped up. I understand where they were coming from. I was also sitting there like, what the heck is going on when this was releasing, and you just had so much bad press around it. It became comical at a certain point. But the set overall looks amazing. Aesthetically, I think it's the best gunship, and it's so appealing to the eye. I love the angle on the stand. I love just the absolute sheer size and magnitude of this. It's so beautiful. You walk into a room, you see the set, and you go, I want that. The UCS Gunship did see a price hike and it was up to $400. And I still think that was a fair price for this set, one that fans went crazy for when they found out it was happening. It was because of the fan vote, but it included 3,292 pieces. It had 2 minifigs, and now if you want it today, you are going to be looking at spending a little over $400. So the price of it hasn't really gone up all too much, but I want to say it originally retailed for around $350 before the price hike, if I remember correctly. So it hasn't gone up all too much so far. It is recently retired in the last few years. So if you want to get it, I really recommend doing it now, because I think in a year or two, this thing will shoot up tremendously. But I do think if this set included a Jedi Bob or another clone with it, giving it 4 minifigs, I think that this could make a real run at the number 1 position. But with that, the number 1 set, as many of you probably already guessed, is the 2013 Republic Gunship, and this is the definition of peak LEGO Star Wars. This set retailed for $120, included 7 minifigs, and had 1,175 pieces. This is a beautiful set. I can't get enough of it. I love the super battle droids. The minifigures, I have nothing bad to say about any of them. And if you want this set today, you are going to be looking at over $600, which is a lot, but compared to that 2002 Republic Gunship pushing over $1,200, this seems like a pretty good buy with how beloved this one is among fans. This set is by far the best version that they've made. I really think LEGO needs to release another gunship like this. A few years after the Coruscant Guard gunship is retired, I would love for them to go back to the original roots. Now, I don't mind something so specific and unique like the Coruscant Guard gunship, but I feel in the grand scheme of things, the traditional Republic Gunships just do better and they look better. And if you give a nice solid minifig lineup like this, again, fans are going to go crazy for it. And I can't wait to see what the future holds for LEGO Republic Gunships. Between all the good and bad people can say about LEGO Republic Gunships throughout the years, at the end of the day, we all love them and we all want to see more and more on shelves. So let me know what you think in the comments below. What Republic Gunship has been your favorite? What has been your least favorite? And when do you think we will see the next Republic Gunship on shelves? And I'll see you in the next one.